What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking out Sunset Kingdom, a little city building management population game by Sock Pop Collective. If you guys don't know who Sock Pop is, they actually push out a lot of games, and their games are all fun. Their games all have like a solid idea. They run down that idea like doggedly, and then they move on to the next title. I don't know how they put out so many games, but if you've ever been on itch.io, you've probably noticed that they publish a lot of stuff. And so anyways, let's check this one on out. If after this episode you wanted to get the game, it's $3 on itch.io right now. But let's do our first impressions and figure out if this is a game that you want to add to your collection. New game! Okay, so here we are. We've got a little island that we live on. Time is passing. We live in Leovane, which is apparently our capital city. We got some things we can build, but first, before we do that, we got to add some builders to our queue. We have 4 population right now. I'll add 3 builders. Let's go ahead and we're going to make a farm because we need food. So there's a farm right there. There's a farm right there. Got ourselves 2 farms. We're going to have to connect these with roads. And so let's go like that right there. We're just going to make kind of a radial pattern out of our middle base. We'll have to play around and figure out how many farmers we can put inside each one of these. But food is going to be our principal concern for right now. We have 92 lumber. We got about 200 food. It's going to cost us 20 to get these up and running. Every single day, we have 10 population, and each person eats 5 rations. So I tend to treat these like families almost, because like they eat a lot of food. It's going to cost us 50 carrots a day. These people, they eat a lot of carrots, but man, their eyesight is on point. Please understand, their eyesight is amazing. Our taxes right now, we get 20 copper per person, which means that we should be pulling out about 2 silver a day in tax revenue. Hopefully they get this done soon. It looks like they're transferring over all of the random little carrots right now. Just add a lot more builders. Get it done faster. I can reallocate people's jobs in a second, but for right now, not that important. There you go. This one's probably almost done. There's our first farm all ready to go, and then our second little farm all ready to rock. We'll put that back down to 3 builders, and then we'll go like, I don't know, 5 farmers. It looks like the maximum we can have is 4. Yeah, so that's fine. So we got 4 farmers right now. That should help us take a dent out of our daily usage right now. People are heavy users in our society when it comes to some of this stuff. Let's go with another farm over here just in case, and we can shut it down and bulldoze it if it turns out that we don't need it. But we'll have them start going slowly. There's 20 food right there. That's what I like to see. Enough to get that 3rd farm up and running, if nothing else. Alright, so since we can't build on water, we haven't mastered the aquatic building techniques of the documentary known as Waterworld. Unfortunately, we'll just have to... Oh, we can have 2 out of 2 right there. That's how I see how many people work there. Looks good to me. Looks good, sounds good, tastes good. Don't ask why I tasted it, alright? I just felt like I needed to taste it. I don't know how much they produce per day. I don't know if we actually get that readout information. But my guess is that it's like 15 to 20 per day per farm from what I've seen so far. They are bringing stuff back over here, but I think we're going to need like 1 more if we really want to get this done. And then from there, we're going to have to think about how we're going to get our population up and get a few more workers. But for right now, I actually think I like the presentation of the game, actually. I've always been a big fan of this low poly style. A lot of people don't like the low poly style, but I've always enjoyed it. I've always felt like it's a really, really good way to make an indie game fast. It gives it kind of a charming, quaint feel to it, I guess, which is why I suppose that I like it so much. It makes it feel very homegrown. I guess it leans into the whole we're an indie game thing made by 2 guys, and so it just kind of lends itself that air. I don't really know how to describe it other than that. Now that we have our farms up and running, hopefully we won't be starving to death. We've got ourselves on top of food for right now. This is our hunger meter. If people go hungry, this meter increases, and then once it like goes completely towards the end, they die. Like, catastrophically. They're all just like, ah! And they're like, I haven't had my carrot ration, and they just fall over, and, you know, their skin loses sort of that customary orangeness that the outsiders have come to recognize of our people. We are orange. All we eat is carrots, and a lot of tubers, too. There's a great deal of roots that we eat. It looks like we're actually finally net positive, so I think we'll be okay here. Like, I think we're actually producing as much as we're eating now. We'll want to keep a look at... I'm going to keep an eye on it for a day or so and just kind of see what happens. I want to see if we're positive or not. So if we get to, like, 140, we're positive. Yeah, we're about 10 food positive right now. Okay, good. That means I can actually start working on other stuff. I just wanted to see, like, what the difference was with what we had going on. Now, we can make a lumber camp. I would strongly suggest that we do that. We've got the lumber camp on that side. We're going to need a road run on over there so that my little dudes can actually, like, work on that spot. There we go. They're running off to go get some wood. Our society is a little bit woodless right now, and they're trying to help out with that deficit. I would, like, put everybody else back on building just so this gets done a little faster. Do we seriously... Wait, shouldn't we have 6 farmers? Why do we only have 5 farmers? Did somebody die? Did we lose a population? Why did we lose a population? We lost a guy. One of our guys is gone. Where did he go? I think it's a perfectly valid question. I'm somewhat curious. Where did our little guy go? We have food. Everything's taken care of. Where'd you go, little buddy? Where'd you run off to? How many lumberjacks can work over here? Just the 2? Okay. Well, we're producing wood now, which is great. Does he have like a... Is that a dog right there? Oh, yeah, look, there's a little dog walking around. So the lumberjack apparently has himself a dog. That's a nice little feature. I like that. Like, I like it when games have... unless those are animals. Maybe it's not a dog. Those might be woodland creatures, because they're walking around over there, too. Either that or we have a massive dog overpopulation problem. One or the two. We can get perks, and so we can lower our rebellion chance with the gallows. Occasional deaths through execution. I see. That seems like a little bit much. I wonder if we just generate population? Wonder if we just generate population normally, or if we need, like, houses or something. Oh, we lost another person. What are they dying from, I wonder? So we got 3 population and 10 food right there. I wonder what they're dying from. Do we get the population back? 8 population out of max. Yeah, they're like dying. Maybe I'll decrease my taxes. I feel like we have enough money right now. Maybe that'll make people move in. We can increase or decrease our taxes. Then we can increase or decrease the rations that are going out. We are kind of positive on food right now. Maybe if we increase the rations, we'll start to get some population growth. Bump that up to 6. We lost a couple people, so we can give the surplus on the people that passed. Like, we've got a couple food left over a day, like 2 extra food, so we're still going to lose a little bit more food by doing this. But I think it might be worth trying to see if we can get the city to grow a little bit. We had 0 population growth right there. Okay. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Hey, there we go. We got population growth. I just kept fiddling with the tax rate until somebody decided they wanted to live here. I'm not that worried about the money. Like, we have money coming out of our ears right now. What we really need is more workers. That's what we need more than anything else. It looks like we lost another farmer, too. Put another farmer on the job. Trying to make sure we still have stuff going around. And what we'll do is we'll have the lumberjacks. They'll kind of like dual class. They'll be lumberjacks / carpenters, which I don't think is too far-fetched of a reach that somebody that chops down trees would also work with wood. I don't think that's too much of a jump in logic, but at the same time, like, you know, we'll take it slow. And once we get this population back, we'll cut this back down to 5, and we'll see if they start dying off again. I'm kind of playing around with the systems right now, since that is overall the point of a first impressions video, is just to fiddle with things. Just fiddle. Hey, there's more population growth right there. I will take that. We do have enough food to go around, and we could use some more population, so we can build another town like over here on the outskirts, I guess. Like, that might be a workable solution. We don't actually... Oh, there's more stuff I can build this way, too. So we've got a palace. We've got a hunting lodge. We've got a quarry. We've got a fishing dock. We've got an outpost. What does that do? Built on a crossroads. Makes everything safer so there's less of a chance of bandit attacks. Oh, cool. You can also make a quarry, I guess. I don't know where we put the quarry at. Apparently the quarry goes over here in the dirt. Alright, well, we're maxed out on population right now, so more people, like, physically cannot move back in. We'll raise the tax for just a minute, and we will lower the food ration. I should probably only adjust one of these variables at a time until we figure out what is the main reagent in determining whether somebody stays or goes. But, you know. We need 25 stone for a town. Oh, I don't think I have any stone. So I guess the quarry is probably our next choice. We'll build the quarry right there, and then we'll take a road, and we're just going to run that over to there. And now that we have the road run, We could probably... How much wood do I have? 133. Let's go ahead and take some lumberjacks off right there. We'll go ahead and add them to the building queue. We're using up, like, most of our people right now just producing carrots. The carrot addiction has grown, all right? It's gone from, like, a mild attraction to carrots to, like, you know, an obsession with carrots, and now it's just full-on compulsively, like, where are my carrots? Where are my carrots? I can't live if I don't have my carrots. Like, people are kind of losing it out here. They might be losing it out here a little tiny bit. I do like the way that everything attaches with roads. You can see that they're playing around with an idea where I think roads are kind of the central theme of the game, where everything sort of connects and everything runs back to the capital. It's like they said in Vikings, you know, all roads lead to the capital. You follow them long enough, you're going to end up at the capital. Yep, just get the last of that wood all nice and stacked up. I was going to say, we shouldn't have any lumberjacks right now. I unassigned all of my lumberjacks. Why are you still over there chopping wood, man? I just really, really like my job. I just don't want to be a miner. Please don't send me to the mines. Alright, well, I'll send you to the mines for right now. You go be a lumberjack. We don't need any maintenance or anything for a lot of the stuff that we're doing. However, that did cost us a lot of money, surprisingly enough. How much did the mine cost? Oh, 10 silver. Good lord. Apparently, mining operations are really, really expensive. I had no idea. I learned a new thing today. Mining operations are pricey. We'll kind of give them a second. We're going to see what they produce over here. Oh, they bring back 10 at a time. So you actually get, like, a decent grip of stone. Okay. Oh, it's ore. It's not even stone. Oh, no, it is stone and ore. It's both. Okay. Well, we're going to need more population before too long in our little kingdom. They were saying there's going to be bandit attacks or something, too. I'm sort of curious, like, when that's going to happen. I am a little bit worried about it. We are going to need to have the resources available, though. Like, after we build a town, we're going to have the resources available. I can request stone. I can request lumber. Can I sell it, though? Like, I was kind of hoping... that I would be the one who could purchase things. We could do a little bit of, like, you know, we could do a little bit of deal making, like, come my friend, buy from my store. You know, like, I was hoping we'd be able to do that. We got about 100 stone available, so we may be able to do something with that. It's going to cost us 10 silver to build the next part of our town. Unfortunate. So outposts go on crossroads, so I probably want a road that, like, goes from there. I guess we kind of want to have roads that don't lead anywhere. Like, we want to kind of have, like, half roads, I guess. That way I can start putting in, like, some protection towers. Might be a good idea. I may also need to raise taxes. We're not earning money at a fast enough rate. Hopefully people don't leave when I do this. It seemed like they were dropping off pretty quickly the last time that I lowered taxes, alright? Like, our taxes were, like, 20 copper per person. I've got them dropped down to half right now, so that we're making, like, a silver a day. And I'm just trying to find that sweet spot where people don't, like, lose their minds and they don't start throwing all my tea into the ocean. Tea is expensive. It's a major part of our import business here. And frankly, they have not made it easy. I do like the little animation right there. So you've got, like, this bar that pops down, and then it shows a satisfying ticking of coins and kind of a jingling of metal falling every single time that you get a payout from your tax revenue. I think that this is done remarkably well. This is very, very nice and immersive, and it gives you that nice tactile feedback. It's hands-on, basically. Like, the only word that I know for that feeling is tactile. Like, it feels good to the player, like, perception-wise, and, like, physical interaction-wise between the player and the game, it feels good. And tactile is really the only word that I can think of that really fits that description. We do need a new city. We're going to need a new city, and we're going to need it, like, now. So go ahead and build one out right there. We don't have a lot of money left right now. But so far, money has not been incredibly vital. I could take these guys off mining, this guy off lumberjacking, and then I figure we probably just send them out there to build this so that we can start getting a few more people. We can start getting some more resources. It's going to cost us 50 wood to get that done. and 25 stone. However, the good news about this is that this construction job is going to take a little while. This is allowing our coffers to really recover at the moment. Our coffers been taking a hit. Our pockets are kind of empty, all right? We got that cloth like turned out right now, and it's not a good look. It just really isn't. Oh, it looks like our secondary village is done. There it is. So we have Farm Crest. I guess Farn Crest. We have 5 people living here, so we'll probably want to slow the game down for a second. They only have 25 food, so they're going to need a number of other things around here. They're going to need like a farm, like right there for sure, and a farm right there for sure. Otherwise, they're going to starve. And then I also need to build roads in between these. Yeah, there you go. We'll just have like a little pleasant loop right there. We've got a crossroad now. I was hoping that they would request food and just like bring that over. It looks like they are. It looks like they split food individually per need over there in between people, so that's good. Because like we kind of need to get these farms done. We sort of need to get these farms done. Farncrest now has a lot of people, so you guys go out there and do your thing. Actually, I'm gonna dump all of you guys on that. Might as well. They're a little bit hungry over here. That's okay. We're moving food around. Doing the best we can for right now. We do have a surplus. This might be difficult. Alright, so you guys come back over here. Get yourself 4 farmers. Still growing, though, oddly enough. Still growing, though. Yeah, just keep the farmers going. The farmers are all that matters for right now. And they give me like 3 builders up here. You guys have no miners because everybody's assigned to building. We'll take 2 guys off right there. Give me a miner and a lumberjack. That way we're still like bringing in some kind of resource on this side. These dudes over here, they're probably going to need like 1 more farm on this side, would be my thought. I can get a farm in right there. I like this. It's kind of a pleasant... I love these little relaxing city builders, though. I've always been a fan of city builders. I love anything that allows me to just sit out and plot a village and, like, find locations to put things and organize, like, logistical chains and stuff like that. I find that to be an immensely agreeable subject for game matter, I guess. I think we're doing okay on food right now. We only got 1 hunger right there, so I think it's manageable. Got more farmers over here. It seems like it takes about... I wonder if we get a buff later on. Because to me, it sort of feels like it takes about 6 farmers to provide for a city. And then that leaves you with like 4 guys left over who can do other jobs. Over here at Farncrest, we could probably get away with adding another... Oh, we don't... So that doesn't count. That's outside the radius of like this secondary village right here. Okay. That's fine. I'm not that upset about it. So are these farmers right here? These are still coming from Farncrest, though. That's just what I want to make sure, is that like they're not breaking off from down here. I was hoping that they would actually be able to freely flow in between cities in order to get to all the different access points, just with like a longer walk, I guess. But I suppose that's not really going to be an option for right now. We are starting to make money, though, with our current tax rate. We'll knock that down to 10 so that it matches up with this city right here. I don't want people leaving. Like, I need people to be happy about the tax rate. But we basically doubled our income now, and frankly, the money's not even really that big of a concern. So I'm not that worried about it. We could put in a hunting lodge. Yeah, let's do a hunting lodge. Why not? Over here, do I have any builders left over? I do have a couple of builders left over. Nice. But I still got to put in roads. I keep forgetting about that little tidbit. Yeah, let's just try to spiderweb everything together, I guess. We might as well. Like, create a free flow of a kingdom. I mean, that does kind of remind me of, like, an old medieval road. It kind of flows in odd square grids, which is sort of what you see. I mean, it kind of depends, I guess, if you're in a major city or if you're in farmlands. If you're in, like, a major city, then, like, they tended in the old world, like in the medieval world, to surround water locations, and they tend to move in concentric rings outwards with a lot of randomness in between. just like with the flow of foot traffic and whatnot. Here in the United States, everything's built in square grids, like 100%. Like everything is planned out, and that's due to, at the time period when our country started, the popular way for land surveying to be done was a thing called township and range, which is a square-based grid that's subdivided into smaller square-based grids, and that's how land was parceled out and given to people. And then that's how they built, is they would fill that up until they reached the edge of their boundaries, which was always a square. And so it kind of just like was these boundary squares that slowly inflated from the middle out like a balloon until it hit the edges. And that's how we ended up with everything here in the United States being a square. A big old beefy square. We are going to have to put in a new village pretty soon, but I am pleased with the way this is all growing. Like, it looks really, really nice. We haven't had any bandit attacks or anything else, so I would suggest that maybe it'd be a good idea to have an outpost. Yeah, put an outpost on that little crossroads right there. I can't put an outpost on the other one, which is kind of a bummer. But I do want to see, like, what the little tower looks like. I assume that at some point we'll be able to build, like, a garrison or, like, a fort or something. Yeah, we got a castle right there. So it's a night duty building. Resident knights are part of the castle's army that you can move around, but it requires food every moon. Okay. Like, I haven't seen any bandit attacks. There were some little, like, brown things over here that were, like, bouncing around. I was kind of wondering if those were bandits. I was a little bit curious about that. I really, really like that tower graphic right there. It gets the point across, it's got just enough detail, and frankly, it fits into the aesthetic of the rest of the game really, really well. So far, everything here artistically blends into the same product, which is kind of a hard thing to do. You don't want to end up with a game that looks like a camel because all the assets kind of look like they don't fit into the background or whatever. Like, it's a definite talent learning to mix things into an overall unified aesthetic, and I appreciate that. But Sock Pop is always really good about that, too. Like, they always do a really, really good job. I kind of want to put a village over here and have it be supplied by fishermen. Or maybe like a village right here that's all fishermen and then like a couple of quarries. That might be kind of... What is that? What is that boat right there? What is that? Is that a bandit? I bet you it's a bandit. There, we'll have like a little road that goes out here. I like how it adds like an artificial curviness to the road too. It keeps the game from looking unnecessarily angled. Like every single road sort of gets a human-made appearance to it, as though like each of the little villagers is walking along the contours of the landscape to create these paths. Like they're taking the path of least resistance, which is exactly what human beings do. They tend to walk along the edge of hills. If the village is at the top of the hill, they don't tend to go straight down the hill, you know what I mean? Until they reach a place where it's got a shallower incline. Yeah, I think that might be a bandit. Let's see what happens here. He's moving along. I'm kind of curious. Is he going to get shot by the tower? Apparently, there's screaming and dying and violence happening. I don't know if the tower is actually, like, fighting back. Do I have to assign people to be guards? Oh, no. No, you don't have to assign people to be guards, oddly enough. I guess we can probably, like... It looks like there's, like, skill points and things over here, too, that we can add on in. It looks like it takes a lot of money to get these done, though. We can increase our movement speed. We've been raided, unfortunately. Nobody died in the raid, though, which I think is actually kind of a net positive. Let's look at the bright side here. Nobody died in the raid. We can invent pavement for 25 bucks and a bunch of stone. Do we have a bunch of stone? We do have a bunch of stone. We can also get stone walls over here. Yeah, do that. That's cool. It, like, updates the little graphics so that your city actually gets the upgrade, and it looks like these are individual, so it goes city by city. Alright. Good to know. I don't want, like, occasional deaths, but then again, we haven't really had any problems with rebellion. That's the nice thing about keeping the taxes nice and low. People don't have a whole lot of reasons to be angry at the king right now. Like, I'm not over here, you know, digging around in their pockets unnecessarily. Are we stacking up a little bit of food over here? We are. We are stacking up endless amounts of food. That's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with this game, actually. I enjoyed it. This game's called Sunset Kingdom. I have no complaints so far. In fact, I want to play a little bit more. If you guys liked the video, you can hit it with a like. It helps me out as a content creator. Leaving comments does the exact same thing. So if you have any observations about this title, I'd love to hear them. I will see you all later. If you want to get the game, there's a link for you down below if you don't know who I am and what I do. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie gaming every single day, so you don't have to. How you doing? Take care, everybody. I'll have something hot and fresh for you tomorrow. Straight up off the skillet, I promise.